I caught myself being too self-conscious, too self-aware when I was in the pool yesterday, because part of me believes that being in the pool, being in the water is something very dangerous, something that is more powerful than you, something that can hurt you. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. The pattern I keep falling into is to shut down when I even think about the pool and the waters. And even yesterday when I thought about it, the first thing that happens in me is to shut down emotionally and mentally and try to get myself out of that situation. And what I'm working on, what I'm trying to do is to catch myself early, catch my pattern of avoidance, and catch the shutdown early so I can be better and do better. So I'm about to walk you through what happened, what thoughts went through my mind yesterday when I was in the pool, when I was being overly sensitive to everything happening around me and being a little too self-aware. And I'll tell you where I am today mentally on this journey to get better. Let's lock in. So I was in the pool yesterday, swimming, spending time with my kids, having a good time, but I caught myself being way too self-aware and way too sensitive to everything that was happening in my environment. I caught myself in that moment. I was like, why am I paying attention to everything that's happening? Everyone, I'm watching, I'm scanning my environment all the time. I'm not comfortable. I'm not in the moment. I caught myself doing that. And every time I caught myself, I would go back to being in the moment, being present, and having a good time and playing with the kids in the pool. So what exact thoughts were going through my mind at that moment? I was looking at everybody else and I was scanning the room to kind of try to compare myself. I don't know. I think I felt like I had to be sure what my environment looks like for me to feel better about myself and safer in that moment. And the reason why all these thoughts were popping into my mind is because more than 10 years ago, I had a friend that drowned in the waters. What was supposed to be a fun afternoon with friends turned out really tragically, and I lost a friend. So what emotions did I feel? Anxiety, 99%. 99% anxiety. Let's call it 100. Why? Because I was not in the moment. I was scanning my environment a lot of times and I was looking around me a lot of times. So that anxiety definitely took over. So fear, I would say 0. I did have a lot of joy and good time with my kids. So I would say joy 95%. When I was in the moment, when I was present, I would have 95% joy playing with my kids in the pool. So anxiety 95%, 100%. Fear 0, joy 95%. When I was present and playing with my kids, I was having a really good time. I feel like every time I'm in the pool, I am a little too self-aware, a little too much self-conscious, of my environment and what's going on around me. I think I'm overthinking. I think I'm not being present in a moment. When I do catch myself doing that, being too self-aware and overanalyzing and overthinking and being too anxious, I do step back and I get back into the zone without anybody having to tell me you're not here, you're not present. But I still do get into that zone from time to time. That's what I usually do. But the real problem is I try to avoid getting into the pool to begin with. And today, what I think I could do instead. So what I'm gonna try to do instead today is not only allow the whole pool and water conversation happen, I think I'm also going to deliberately take that step to go into the pool, be the one that initiates the conversation about going into the pool. And I think right now I have enough confidence to even say, I will go into the pool myself first, and I'll let my family join me later. I think I have about 75% of confidence to do that right now, where later this afternoon, I'll initiate this conversation. I'll say, I'm gonna get into the pool first, and then I'll let you guys join me. I'll feel better about getting into the pool, but at least I'm in control. And I think that will help me if I deliberately take that step to get into the pool. Even though I'm afraid, I feel anxious about it, I'm gonna try to do this anyway. This is something that I'm still working on. It's not really resolved, but I'm working on it consciously, and I'm gonna try to take this step. I'm going into the pool first, and I'm gonna let my family join. And I'm taking this step deliberately, and we'll see what happens. And I'll see you in the next episode, and I'll tell you how that went. I'm building myself honestly, and I'm facing my hardest inner battles with truth and courage. And I'm building a club for those who want to do the same. Join the club. My name is Chris Kasonga. Keep living an empowered life.